Hello, it's me again, Teacher Bell, and welcome to another session of our class lesson. Before we do that, let us know first what are the objectives of this lesson. For the lesson number 2, we will utilize appropriate kitchen tools, equipment, and paraphernalia. At the end of this lesson, we are expected to first identify the appropriate kitchen tools, equipment, and paraphernalia. For the number 2, classify kitchen tools and equipment in accordance to its function. For the number 3, appreciate the importance of kitchen tools, equipment, and paraphernalia by knowing appropriate usage. Now, I'm going to show to you a picture on the monitor, and then you will try to guess what is this kind of picture. Are you ready? Okay, the first picture is, yes, that is a can opener. Next picture. Okay, that is what we call the box or chopping board. Next. Alright. Yes, that is a flavors. Next. Alright, that is a whisk. How about that one? Very good. Very usual and common in our kitchen. It is what we call the refrigerator. Alright, to look those pictures given on the monitor. Do you have any idea if there is a similarities between them? Okay, that's right. These are what we call the kitchen utensils and equipments that are commonly found in our kitchen. Okay, now let us identify and list down what are the cooking utensils and equipments that we usually use and found in our kitchen. The first one is what we call the baster. So what is baster? A baster is a handy for returning some of the meat or poultry juices from the pan back to the food. So we are using the baster if we have an excess juices or water ingredients that came out from the food that we cook. Okay, another baster is what we call the basting brush. Okay, the basting brush can be used for the same purpose, but they are also convenient for buttering purposes, for buttering the tops of the breads and baked goods after they come out from the oven. For example, if you want to put some flavorings in your baked products like margarine, butter, you want to put it on the tops, you can use the basting brush so you can put it evenly. Okay, the next one is what we have, the can opener. From the word itself, it is used for opening the can. Used to open the food tin, preferably with a smooth operation and comfortable grip and turning knob. So we have here an example of our can opener. Next, we have the colander. So what is colander? It is usually called as a vegetable strainer. These are essential for various tasks, for cleaning vegetables and fruits, to straining pasta or tin contents. So these are the example of colander. It comes with different hole sizes. So how can we use this? Just simply put directly inside of our colander, for example, the fruits and vegetables that you want to wash. Open your faucet for running water so you can wash them thoroughly. Okay? Next, we have the cutting boards. Okay? From the name itself, okay, it is used for cutting. It is made of wooden or plastic board where meats and vegetables can be cut. Okay, so we have here an example of cutting boards. The first one is made of wooden. The second one is made of plastic board. Okay, as you've seen, maybe some of you are wondering, why do we have different kinds of colors of cutting boards? Do you think it's that for decorative purposes only? No, there's a reason why do we have different kinds of colors made of our cutting boards. It is based on the color coding. Okay, now, why do we need to have this color coding? We need this to avoid or to stamp out cross-contamination. Now, what is cross-contamination? It is transferring of bacteria from one place to another or from one food to another. Now, what are the color coding of our cutting boards? The first one is what we call the red cutting board. It is used for cutting raw meat or fresh meat. Next, we have the blue one. The blue cutting board is used for cutting fresh fish or the raw fish. And then, if you already cooked the meat and the fish, we can use now the color yellow of cutting boards. The fourth one is the green one. Okay, it is used for salad and fruits. Okay, next we have the brown color. It is used for vegetables. And the last one is the white color cutting boards. It is preferably used for cutting or slicing baked products and dairy products. Okay, so next we have the dredger. So what is the dredger? It is used to shake flour, salt, and pepper on the meat, poultry, and fish. All you have to do is just put the seasoning inside of the dredger, and by shaking the dredger or put it directly on the toppings of your food product. Next, we have the emery boards or the sharpening steel. So the use of this. Okay, it is used to sharpen knives or even our long knives. So the first picture is an example of the emery boards, and the second one is the example of the sharpening steel. More dangerous to use dull knives than the sharpened one. Okay, the next one is what we call the flipper. It's for turning hamburgers and other food items. When do you usually use this flipper? Especially in frying. Okay, we are using this flipper so we can easily flip and turn the other side of our fried foods. For example, if we are cooking ham, fried eggs, what else? The patties, and so on. Okay, next, we have the funnels. It is used to fill jars that made of various sizes. And of course, it is made of stainless steel, aluminum, or plastic. So we are using this funnel so we can easily transfer our water ingredients or to fill jars from one container to another container. Okay? Next, we have the garlic press. Again, from the word itself, we are using this for pressing the garlic. It is a kitchen tool which is specifically designed for the purpose of pulping garlic for cooking. Okay, so this is an example of garlic press. By using this kind of tool, we can easily make a minced garlic and we can easily pulp the garlic, especially if we need a large amount or large quantity of garlic. Next, we have the graters. So what is graters? So these are the example of graters. As you've seen, it comes with different sizes. The different sizes of the graters will be based on the food products that you want to grate, shred, slice, and separate foods such as carrots, cabbage, cheese. Okay? Next, we have the handy poultry and the roasting tools. So this is an example of the roasting tools. It is make it easier to lift a hot roasted turkey or even chicken from the roaster to the serving platter without falling it apart. All you have to do is to insert these two kind of two-tin fork so you can easily grab it and transfer it into your platter. Next, we have the kitchen knives. Now, there are the example of kitchen knives. From the bread knife or serrated knife, we have the boning, chef knife, the curving knives, the fork or two-tin fork for the chopping of meat or the meat cleaver, for the small bread, for slicing steak, and also for paring. So, it is often referred as the cook or chef tools. Knives. These knives are comes with different types. It's depend on the kitchen task that you want to do. From an onion and slicing up to the curving or roll or turkey. Okay. measuring cups and a spoon. Now, why do we need to have to measure? By using this cup and spoon. Okay, it is very important. Okay, the measuring tools are among the most important items found in our kitchen or any type of kitchen, since consistently good cooking depends upon the accurate measurement, especially in baking. Alright, so if you want to bake, let's assure that we have the complete measuring cups and spoon. Okay, so we can have successful or good taste and texture of our baked products. So there is an example of our measuring cups and spoon. We have the measuring glass, measuring spoon. Again, we are using this measuring cups and a spoon to measure the liquid and dry ingredients. The pasta spoon or server. So it is used to transfer a little or much cooked pasta to a waiting plate without messing. So we have this pasta spoon here. The next one is we have the soup ladle. So it is used for serving soup or stews, but can also be used for gravy, sauces, or other foods. So this is an example of the food soup ladle. We have made of a hard rubber or even the stainless steel. So it's very advisable to use this kind of soup ladle for grabbing sauce for the ingredients, okay, than the usual ladle that we use in our kitchen. Okay, the next one is we have the spoon. So what is a spoon? There you go. So it is a solid or perforated made of stainless steel or plastic. The solid one used to spoon liquids over the foods and to lift foods, including the lid out of the pot. So these are the spoons that we usually use in our kitchen. Okay. Next, we have the vegetable peeler. So this is an example of the vegetable peeler. It is used to scrape vegetables, used as carrots, potatoes, and to peel fruits. So what kind of fruits that we need to use in a vegetable peeler? Example, we are peeling the apple, we are peeling carrots, potatoes, and so on. Okay. We have the two-tin fork. It is used to hold meats while slicing and to turn solid pieces of meat or cooking, and made of stainless steel and with heat. So this is an example of the two-tin fork. So how do you use this? Just simply insert this two-tin fork in our food product. You can easily grab it and hold while slicing. Okay. Next one is we have the temperature scales. Used to measure heat intensity. Different thermometers are used to different purposes for preparation, for meat, candy, or at protein. So we can able to know if we reach the cook temperature of our products or our. Okay. Next we have the whisk. The whisk used for blending and for mixing. It is used for eggs, butter, and for blending gravies, sauces, and soups. Type made of stainless steel or even hard rubber. Okay. Next one is what we call the rotary egg beater. It's for beating a small amount of eggs or butter. So that is an example of our rotary egg beater. Actually, we have different kinds of that. If we don't have a rotary egg beater, we can also use the whisk, the scraper. So what is a scraper? Okay, that is an example of our scraper. It comes with different design or different colors. So the scraper is made of rubber or silicone tools, so we can blend or scrape easily the food from the bowl. Okay, metal, silicone, or plastic egg, or also for turners or flipping purposes. Okay, next we have the seafood serving tools. So this is an example of the seafood tools. Okay, it is make our tasks for cleaning seafood and removing the shell much easier for us to eat. So for example, we are commonly using this seafood shell for opening and eating crabs, oyster, lobster, mussels, and any kind of seafoods. Right? Next, okay, we have the serving spoon. So what is serving spoon? A utensil consisting of a small, shallow bowl on a handle used in preparing, serving, or eating food. As you've noticed, the serving spoon is much bigger than the usual spoon that we are using in our everyday eating at house. So because it is used for serving purposes. The next one is we have the serving tongs. So what is serving tongs? There you go. The serving tongs comes with a different design also and sizes. Okay? It enables you to more easily grab and transfer larger food items to another container. So, we are usually using also the serving tongs for grilling purposes. The soup ladle. It is used for serving soup or stews, but can also be used for gravy, dessert sauces, or other foods. So this is an example of soup ladle. Because of this kind of ladle, we can easily grab and transfer or get our soup. The next one is we have the spoons. Okay, it is solid, slotted, or perforated, made of stainless steel or plastic. The solid ones are used to spoon liquids over the pots and to lift foods including the liquid out of the pot. So this is the kind of spoon that we are using in our everyday eating at home. Right? Next we have the vegetable peeler. So the vegetable peeler comes with different size also and designs. Okay? So it is used to scrape vegetables, used as carrots and potatoes, and to peel the fruits. We have the two-tin fork. So what is two-tin fork? Unlike for the fork that we are using, this one has only two tin. That's why it is called as two-tin fork. Used to hold meats while slicing and to turn solid pieces of meat while browning or cooking, and made of stainless steel and with heat-proof handle. Okay, all you have to do is to insert this two-tin fork in our food items that we want to slice, so we can easily slice them without falling. Okay, next we have the temperature scales. So what is this? It is used to measure heat intensity. Different thermometers are used for different purposes in food preparation, like for meat, candy, or deep fat frying. By using this temperature scale, we can able to know if we already reached the temperature cook of our food products, especially in roast chicken, turkey, or even in our baked products. Okay? We have the wooden spoon. So this is an example of the wooden spoon. The kitchen essentials because of their usefulness for use of creaming, stirring, and mixing. They should be made of hardwood. So it is also advisable to use this wooden spoon for stirring purposes, especially if your pan is made of Teflon, because Teflon is much sensitive. So, and now I am going to show you a picture on the monitor. You will try to guess what is this kind of kitchen utensils. First one is, yes, that is a basting brush. Next, okay, that is a can opener. The third one, yes, that is a colander. Yes, that is a cutting boards or chopping boards. Next, Right, that is a what they call the dredger. Next. Yes, that is a double boiler. Next. Yes, that is a flipper. Another one. Exactly, that is a funnels. You have to remember this. Why do we need to know the different functions? Or why do we need to classify them according to their usage? Okay? A well-equipped kitchen makes cooking easier. And knowing the best way to use and care for your cooking tools and other supplies makes cooking. Thank you for listening. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye-bye.